Hi, Valencia. All right, I'm going to do your 30-minute psychic wisdom service now. So, this is going to be really exciting because it's about love and relationships. And it's a really positive one that you're in right now. And so, we're going to explore what Spirit has to share about anything related to your soul connection. So, about your relationship and that sort of thing. I'm just connecting to the work. I'm really excited to explore this with you. So I'm waiting patiently. They say it's okay to describe what I see. First, I see what is a female face with, like this. And as that face kind of comes and goes really quickly, I'm staring straight ahead, and there's a really dark castle in the horizon. I'm not afraid to walk towards it. In fact, I feel so happy inside my heart that I could walk through a dark, scary castle on the horizon, and I just don't feel concern or fear or anything holding me back. They say, then you must charge forward and charge ahead. And I say, I will gladly. So, it feels like a long trek. I'm surprised. I am preparing my bags. I'm putting on some layers. I am preparing for the journey ahead. I have no fear. I have no wavering feelings. I haven't a second thought in my mind. I know what I want, and I am going to go after it. And it is asking me to walk straight forward and explore this space. They're showing me I am at the top of a really steep hill, and it's going to go down, way down, almost vertically. And then it's going to go, whoa, way up like this, and then like this. What's it going to be like to get to this place? But I don't care. It's like, I don't care that I'm going to have to go straight down somehow and then go straight up again and then go. I don't care. I'm getting ready for this trip. I can handle it. I'm excited about it. I don't care what the road ahead looks like. And there's so many smiles in the background as I declare my feelings. Declare my security in what I am choosing in my life. There's a lot of love about this. There's a lot of happiness about this. You aren't second guessing yourself, and that's important. You never should second guess yourself. Doesn't matter if you're walking to the scary castle. You choose, and then you go after what it is that you choose, and this is good. They keep showing me the sensation of a lot of happiness as these eyes, spiritual eyes, are watching you prepare for this. You're still in the state of preparation. It just feels like a long time. I'm not sure why can't you just get started? Why are we still preparing for this? But you tell me it's okay. It's okay. I'm doing everything right, and it's okay that it's taking longer. It's okay. I feel really good about this. I still feel confident and sure of what I am doing. I'm giving you a big hug about this and saying I adore you for your choices. I adore you even for saying that it's okay that it takes time. Because I know you're ready to get started, but you're also okay waiting and being patient as well. They're showing me your face and his face, and then there's a heart like this, and you're on one side and then he's on the other side. the heart is starting to glow. It's not just an outline that creates a heart. Now the heart is actually starting to glow. And the glow is taking place from behind your faces. And then it's coming from both of your faces are starting to glow. Now your faces are lit up in love. They show me your hand, his hand. You don't exactly have hands in your pictures, but I'm able to experience in this. I basically see a picture of him, a picture of you, and then I see a heart right here like this. Somehow there's hands involved, and they're two separate pictures, but the hands are trying to touch each other, or there's some sort of collide of hands going on here. It seems really, it's not suave at all. I mean, it's not like hand going in other hand and then holding hand. It's sort of like a smash of hands. Oh, there's your hand. I've got your hand. And it's okay. It's okay if it's awkward or sort of, they kind of goofied up the hands. It's nothing suave about the hand touch moment. It's sort of like bang, hand hits hand. Faces hit each other. It's sort of something awkward about it. But you're both totally, doesn't matter how awkward or smooth, or it doesn't matter because it was perfect. It happened exactly correctly because your hands managed to find each other and touch. Doesn't matter how they bumbled to find each other, they did. And that's what creates the joy. And it feels really natural too. It's just the hands just want to touch. So you could imagine you both close your eyes and you're both standing in a room. You don't know where each other is, but you choose to try to find your way towards each other. And somehow your hands had like a weird calamity, but they finally touched. And it was just like, yes, we did it. Our hands touched. It was really fun. It's fun. There's something fun about it. And through that, it creates a brighter light in this heart. And I don't see that shifting or changing. I just see it continuing to glow. I'm exploring the glow fading to see what would happen, just to gather more wisdom from a different angle, but I don't see that happening. Because you're both really good at solving problems together. If something were to go amiss, where it feels like the glow fades, the other is sort of thinking of a strategy or a way to make it better. And you both are able to make the glow come back very quickly because you're both able to. There's something really good here about the way that you're able to think. It just feels like you're both really smart and observant, though, with each other's needs without really having to try that hard. So I'm just experiencing this connection. They're helping me to feel there's sort of like a blowing of air, like the balloon is starting to go, the air is coming out of the balloon and the balloon is getting smaller, and it's sort of helping me to kind of push backward, and I'm waiting for the next thing now. It's okay, they say it's okay to describe this image. So it's just me, and I'm standing in a dark space. I feel cut off from everything, even the ability to see. You cannot see at all, in fact. Am I blind, or am I just in a dark space? There's something about this blind thing. I literally am a blind person. I can't see anything, not even the concept of color, of like light or dark. I see nothing. I hear this tapping sound like I'm tapping to feel my way around. It's it's creepy for me because there's clearly if I was able to see, I should be able to see colors and a room and furniture and stuff everywhere. But I have no concept of light or dark, and I have no concept of what is around me. I have no concept of anything at all. It's complete darkness everywhere. Only the sound of tapping to explore my surroundings. That is all that I get. That is all I'm able to experience right now. But now I'm experiencing another person's body next to mine. I'm standing and they're now standing and they are holding my hand. I don't need to tap or use this tool. It's like an extended, I use it as like an extended hand. Like a hand that can touch all around in front of me, so that way I know not to walk there or to stop or whatever or walk around, or it's like an extended hand. It's how it feels. It feels so natural to use it, but I don't need it right now. I'm feeling a warm body, a warm hand. There is even the sensation of me closing my eyes in this moment of what feels very warm to me. I cannot see this person. They aren't a whole lot taller than me, though. I feel safe and secure. I feel warmth. Warmth not just from the body that is warm, but warmth from the experience of being close to this person through love. It feels warm and safe and happy in my heart. I trust this moment. I trust this person. I trust this experience. Can you trust this experience even with your eyes closed? They ask. Even with your eyes closed, it still is warm. I say don't need eyes to see. I can see so much in my heart. I can see without my eyes because my heart can see. My heart sees what this is, and my heart knows what this is true. All the lights could go out, I could lose my eyesight, but nothing would prevent me from seeing with all clarity what this truly is. Because what this is feels, what I feel is real in my heart. It's amazing, it's beautiful. It says so much, it speaks so loud to me. The meaning does. We rely on our eyes for so much more than we realize. We even rely on our eyes to guide us through relationships when we need to be relying on our heart telling us the truth about things, not our eyes telling us the truth. You can feel the truth in your heart about this. They're showing me a heart that has an extendo hand, a stick that comes out to help feel its way around. But then it's just sort of a giggle moment, and the stick isn't necessary. The heart doesn't need an extendo hand to feel when love is real. Doesn't need that stick to decide if this person really loves me or not, because the heart can feel love, the energy of love. It's really sweet. There is a shift in what I see. Basically, energy got sucked into a tube. The tube is kind of shaped like a pyramid, and the big part, the base part, is out towards me, and then the pinprick is kind of backward. So air got sucked in from the into this pinprick, and then it pushed out what is like a bouquet of flowers, and the color is sort of purple, blue, kind of like a light, really, really light purple color. There's something interesting here. It kind of reminds me of like paper mache or something. You fold the paper a lot of different ways and a lot of different times, and then you just do a few things and bam, you've got something awesome. Here, now I've made you a bouquet of flowers. I was like, how did you do that? It was just a flat sheet of paper, and now I have a bouquet of flowers. That was so cool. It's like magic. There's something to this. It's fun and exciting, and it's unexpected. You didn't know a flat sheet of paper folded 100 times could create the awesome moment. It's like magic, right? But there's something to it. Because it's not particularly, you have to figure this thing out. You have to be skilled. You have to know how to fold it just right, how to make the creases crisp enough, and you need to remember all the steps, and then you do that, and what you get is something really awesome and magical. There's something magical about that. I'm waiting right now. I'm waiting for new wisdom. I feel like I'm stuck in between the excitement of what you can create from a single sheet of paper and then what comes next. I'm just waiting. I'm just in a moment of pause. I'm just standing still right now. But this is different. This type of standing still is very different. There's something in the way of what is kind of like flamingo, where they could just stand on one foot for a very long period of time in a pose, but they're not posing, they're just being themselves, right? But their balance and patience and the joy of standing like that is, there's something to this. But the scene has nothing to do with flamingos. It's dark. And there's something in the way of, a painting, standing really still for a painting. And it's like standing, not necessarily sitting. And it would be wearing something that was called a cultural type of garb, something really, I don't know how to define it. Something, a cultural garb, and it has to do with, basically I see a woman, she's in some sort of black type of robe, but there's a red wrapping specifically, and there's a white piece underneath. And she's Asian, and she has very long, straight, black hair. And she's posed very, very still. And there's something odd in the way that she's standing. It seems she's kind of standing like this, but on one foot with one leg kind of coming out and in like this, like that. One foot doing that and being posed very still like this, but she's wearing kind of a longer display of clothing. And she's very still, and even her eyes looking straight ahead in the mouth and then straight hair. It's really still. How does she do it? In the background, it's weird. It's almost like glass art. It's like you create on this slide of glass, we have a woman standing like this, right? And then we have like six plates of glass that have paint on them in different, so it creates dimension. And then some of the panes have kind of black kind of lines in them. And it almost looks like she's standing in water that is made out of black painted lines. And there's some that have just a glass plate that has sort of reeds or like water plants coming out like that. And then one plate of glass at the very back that has some other just more greenery. But it looks like she's standing in a pond or something. Just the way that these glass plates are. So I'm just examining the way the artwork looks, the stillness. What is it? The meaning of the way that it looks. There's nothing. It looks very cool, and there's nothing weird or awkward about it, although it seems like it would be. It seems perfectly balanced. I mean, that's the only way I could define it, is it's perfectly balanced from every single glass plate with just it. You could have 6 glass plates with just brush strokes of paint, and then you fit them all together and you create a dimensional picture, and it's amazing. It looks really cool. And then there's something of water involved, but there's no painting of water. Something about there's like a mirror associated with it as well. Something kind of mirroring. They want me to say again, it is all in perfect balance. You are in perfect balance with everything around you. You are in perfect balance with your surroundings. You are poised and you are happy to be in this state of balance. And you feel like yourself. You really feel like yourself in this moment. And you could even stand there and hold this pose for an extreme amount of time because of how your heart feels. Your heart feels happy. And it's not necessarily like, ah! It's like, I feel balanced inside, outside, balanced in the universe, balanced in my soul, balanced with love, balanced with my emotions and my thoughts. I feel balanced with everything in my life. I feel insanely balanced with everything. They say, do you feel insanely balanced with everything? There's a reason why you feel balanced with everything. That's what they say. There's a reason why you feel this balanced. They're showing me there is some version of a bird involved. And you're in the picture, but now you're not. You're free to move about. You were created as a painting, but now you're a painting come alive in this awesome glass, this so cool artistic creation. And there's a silly bird behind your shoulders with a long neck like a flamingo, but it doesn't look quite like a flamingo. But the neck is kind of coming around and looking at you, and you're looking at it, and you're smiling, and you just want to laugh, and you want to dance on water with this flamingo. And even you are in the painting itself, this awesome glass, like dimensional thing, dancing on what looks like water, and the flamingo's arms are sort of out like this, and you're touching the flamingo's arms, and you're both spinning together like that on water, and you're laughing. You feel alive, and it feels so joyful. And there's something about this really long hair. It's really thick, and it seems to... it too is in joy as it moves. Your hair is even is enjoying this moment as well. And the way that spinning is making it move and the air is blowing through it. And now your clothing too is joyful as well. And the clothing even is rejoicing in this moment of fun. And the way the air blows through it and the way that it moves in different directions as you move. Everything about you is smiling. Everything about you is dancing. Everything about you is happy. And it feels right. It doesn't, we don't know how you are able to dance with the flamingo on water in a painting, but it is right and it is amazing and it's special and there's something magical about it. It's like, you're in a museum and all the lights turn out and all the workers go home and the doors close, but what are the paintings up to when nobody's looking? Your painting is dancing. Your painting is smiling. Your painting is with a flamingo and this water creation art spinning and laughing and so happy. It's real. It's real. So, I'm just going to relax and see what else they want to share. They show me two people standing in two different directions. One faces this way, one faces the other way. Both of you are slightly separated like this, and each one has something in their hand, and it's like bowling, right? And then you kind of go up and then you release. Whatever's in your hand is sort of releasing as it is also releasing from his hand in the opposite direction. So it's some sort of interesting mirror as well, because you guys are moving in exactly the same motion as exactly the same time and releasing at exactly the same time and at exactly the same speed, which is in slow motion. So it's like we're slowly getting there, and then whatever's in your hand is releasing, and then also same for him. It's really cool how the image is, though. It's artistic as well. There's something of like raindrops that you can't tell that they're raindrops. There's just white patterns of white, and it kind of looks like raindrops and a splatter that happens in between you both. But I'm telling you, it's artistic, it's really magical looking, it's really in unison, in sync, and it's really fun and cool. It's something really cool about it. And I love how you can see every single, I'm telling you, it's like raindrops, and because everything is in slow motion, you can see each droplet of rain, but it has kind of a white, it's sort of like light is shining through the raindrops, so they're kind of white, and so you see these sort of white ball, like little droplets everywhere as you're having, and this sort of massive kick or splash that's in the center where you guys are sort of standing slightly apart. And so it's just a whole array of something very artistic and very digitally cool. Just looks really awesome. So I'm watching you. You're laughing and you're going towards each other, and you're are arm in arm like this, and he's facing that way, you're facing this way, and then you're just spinning around in a circle like this, and it's funny, and you're having a blast in this digitally awesome world with the raindrops and the lighting and the slow motion. And everything is balanced and in unison. You guys are moving together perfectly. They're showing me an image of what looks like a pigeon, but it's all white and it's smaller. And it's not a dove. It's cute, though. It almost looks like a cartoon. It's standing in the corner on a cement railing of like a really tall kind of apartment building that has brick made out of brick, and there's some sort of brick that kind of come out, or some cement parts that it just to make it have a style on the outside and it looks pretty. And it's just in a corner by a window, and then there's just some really cool bricking going on. And maybe a corner of a wall, sort of the side of the apartment building, has some really cool like bricks that are kind of coming out on the side. It's just there by itself. It even does like a little shiver of its feathers. It kind of fluffs and tufts them, and then it just kind of does a shiver, and then the feathers come back down. It just seems like it's waiting. This bird is kind of afraid to fly for some reason. It shows me that part of it is in a shadow and part of it is in the light, but it wants to be more towards the shadowy part. And then when it flies away from this spot, there's like a massive hand that comes out of nowhere, grabs the bird, and then takes the bird up. And so it shows me that it shows me that scene, right? But then it shows me that it's still standing on the ledge, and that's what it thinks will happen if it flies out of here. I'm asking it, why are you scared? Why are you afraid to fly? It just says that it wants to wait. It shows me where it wants to have a nest with a family. It just doesn't know where it would build this nest. And it doesn't really know how to... I mean, it has to have a partner in life if it's going to have a family, right? But if it's just there by itself, it's going to be pretty hard. They're showing me there's something of a really intricate crystal, and it has a point on it, and it has many it's round, okay? But yet it has all these sort of shaved parts that are flat, and so when it spins, it's rounded, but it has like, I don't know, 8 or 9 sort of flattened sides on it. And so when it spins and the light catches it, it's sort of different sort of reflections of light. I see it is being held, and you are looking through one side and he's looking through the other, and it kind of spins on a very thin wire, like a fishing wire. You're looking into it. You both are, from both sides. But it's interesting because there's something, again, magical about this. It's like this digitally awesome moment with lighting and the crystal, and there's more going on than just that. And it's not just looking at the crystal that's breathtaking, but there's something about you looking into each other that is breathtaking. But yet somehow this is in the center of you both. So you're also looking at it while looking at each other, while in this moment together. Again, it feels like slow motion. And it's okay to be patient. That's what I hear. It's okay to be patient, because the moments are so magical and so worthwhile that there's something about patience involved with this. And that's good. And there's a lot of smiling with that as well. And they're showing me the beginning scene again. How long does it take to create a painting on 6 slides of glass, to make it so it is just perfect, and that it is so perfect and is so in alignment that you could dance on water? How long does it take to create on one single sheet of paper? How many folds, how many intricate ways to make then a bouquet of flowers out of one single sheet of paper? How long does it take? But do you see how the magic is involved with the experience of the folding, of the painting, of the time that it takes to create? And once all of those moments of time to create come together, what is finally created, what finally comes together, is absolutely mind-blowing and so worthwhile. It's captivating. It's some awesome, digitally awesome moment that it couldn't be any other way. Only you two could create that moment together. That's what they're saying. They show me two birds of a feather flock together, and they say, this bird that is on the ledge by itself now sees a companion coming to the ledge. This companion brings it out into the light where it once was. There's something about the development of self. When the bird finally comes, there's something that is so easy about changing the way you felt and changing the way that you expressed yourself. It just came so easy and so naturally because your other was there. And it just, everything feels like it works in unison when you're both together. It's just perfect. Perfect unison, perfect balance, perfect flow. This bird doesn't have a second thought about fear or anything at all. It doesn't even wonder why it was that way before. It doesn't even have a second thought. It just chooses to react. And now it is flying off of the ledge with this other bird that is also a white bird. They look like each other, and they're off and in the light, and they're just flying right around this building in the light together. This bird wants to share something. This bird wants to take this, the new bird that came is wanting to take you and show you new things. It wants to take you places. It wants to show you what's out there. And you feel totally safe in doing this. They're showing me again the moment where the heart thinks it's silly that it would need an extendo hand. All it needs is to feel, and it knows what love feels like, and it can trust and love without having eyes to see. Eyes do not see love. Only the heart can see love, and the heart does experience this without question. That's what they're saying. So, all right, that's what I have to share with you. Thank you very much for this very beautiful experience. I loved it. It's really fun, really magical moments. They're really cool to see and experience. So thank you for exploring this work with me and for your willingness to share it openly with others to experience as well. For those of you watching, if you're interested in the psychic wisdom or spiritual healing service with me, please visit my website at abbynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you for watching.